This is CHOWPEN podcast featuring Fuckovski and BB and KTAT.
Wow, welcome to CHOWPEN podcast, presented by KTAT, BB and Fuckovski, with a dog in the background named Lucas.
CHOWPEN podcast.
Yes, so today we are going to get into sexuality first and foremost, and BB.
I want to talk about anti-homeless architecture
later on. What is your favourite person, in this world, BB?
CHOWPEN podcast. CHOWPEN podcast.
We have to always remember that ourselves are the most important to ourselves. But you have a person in mind.
It's hard to pick.
It's hard to pick, definitely.
It's hard to have a favourite person. Can't you have multiples?
Who were we talking about earlier that reminded me of you? I think it was Brad Pitt. And Brad Pitt, in sexuality terms, is a BP, which in sexuality acronym terms is bipolar. I am bipolar, by the way. My mental health is bipolar. But he is actually a bisexual, pansexual, a BP, Brad Pitt. So you like Brad Pitt, don't you, BB? BB?
Yeah, Brad Pitt's cool.
Brad Pitt is cool. And for me, I have to pass along now to Fuckovski. And Fuckovski and Lucas, the dog, a beautiful, beautiful dog, and a beautiful man. Fuckovski, how are you going?
Just peachy, thank you.
Just peachy. Just peachy. Now, on the terms of the LGBTQIAPD plus communities all around Earth that represent all of us on Earth, you have in mind a man that, or a woman that reminds you of someone you're really, into, yeah.
Maggie Smith.
Maggie Smith?
Yeah.
What did Maggie Smith do for you during your life?
Tickled the brain.
CHOWPEN podcast.
Tickled the brain a little bit.
Tickle.
Well, in terms of me, I have this person in mind that his name is Liberace. And Liberace, Liberace...
He's one of those guys that plays piano.
He is, and he's much like yourself. You play classical music, Fuckovski, and I play folk music, and Brenton also does a spot of music. And Liberace, for me, he was obviously a G, possibly a BG, a bisexual gay during his life, but he went on to go to either heaven or some better place, and possibly now he's more like a P plus, a pansexual plus, and so he's no longer gay in this new place and no longer bisexual. But we won't have any thoughts on that because we have to move along to yourself. So as Maggie Smith, was it?
Correct.
Maggie Smith, to you, is she still alive?
I don't think so.
No, she's moved on too, like Liberace. And you would say that, what would you say is her sexuality now as she's passed on?
I can't talk about that.
Well, I would probably come to the conclusion that she's probably a bisexual gay, and so Liberace also was gay, but
CHOWPEN means no offense to Maggie Smith, Liberace and Brad Pitt.
moving along from sexualities, we've touched on all sexualities such as lesbian, gays, bisexual, transsexual, to queer.
Quiz.
Absolutely, queer sexual is a queer thing. Also, we're forgetting asexual, intersexual, pansexual, demisexual, and straight plus any other things that pop up in the future for the acronym, such as D, which is demisexual. And Lucas here, the dog, is having a little nibble on my left hand and really enjoying the little nibble on my left hand.
CHOWPEN podcast.
Now, we're getting into a new section of the podcast on CHOWPEN podcast, presented by KTAT, BB, and Fuckovski. Now, Fuckovski, how are you?
Fabulous, darling.
That's great. So,
CHOWPEN podcast presented by KTAT, Fuckovski and BB.
Hit that kill switch and you'll stop.
yes, I hit the kill switch and he has stopped biting my left hand. Now, we're getting into the politics. And we're just lighting up a candle. Fuckovski's lighting up a candle at the moment. Thank you for lighting up a candle.
I've got to do the rosary.
You've got to do the rosary, absolutely.
I'll be back in a minute.
No worries, I'll talk to you when you get back, alright? BB, while Fuckovski's headed off to have a quick, pee,
Say the rosary.
say la vie, we'll see you soon. Okay, Fuckovski?
Santa Maria.
BB,
I'm here.
you're really
Queer.
interested in politics as well, but you would
Yeah.
one thing that you would like politics to do more of.
CHOWPEN podcast means no offense to the LGBTQIAPD plus community.
Say CHOWPEN podcast, BB.
It's a free country.
Yeah, but just say CHOWPEN podcast.
Ring me. Yeah.
Fuckovski, say CHOWPEN podcast.
Make me.
Oh, I will. During the making of CHOWPEN podcast, presented by KTAT, BB, and Fuckovski, no one was forced to say anything. No one was harmed. Everything was good.
Anyway, let's move along. BB,
Saying to people.
we'll get back to you in a second. You are very interested in politics in terms of the anti-homeless architecture, which I wrote down on a piece of paper because it's such a long word. And we're going to be hearing from BB talking about anti-homeless architecture in just a second. But Fuckovski has returned from a toilet break and has lit this beautiful lavender smelling candle. It's smelling beautiful in my room whilst we do the CHOWPEN podcast, presented by KTAT, BB, and Fuckovski. Now, Fuckovski, it's your turn to have a bit more of a yarn here. And I was hoping that you'd be able to tell me, what is it in politics that you think could be utilised better or done better by politics? All around the world. All around
I
the
think
world.
more attention needs to be paid to potholes.
More attention paid to potholes. Now, would you be able to go on a rant for a minute?
I totally could, because do you know what really grinds my gears?
What going to begin?
Well, I'm going for a Sunday job on my motorbike and I hit a... Literally, it grinds my gears.
It is grinding of gears, absolutely, when you hit potholes, Fuckovski, and you're driving along in a car or you're on a ride-on scooter, even a mower, or
It's not fun.
any type of transport, and there's a pothole, except for like trains. The train's very lucky to not have potholes, but we still bounce a lot on trains.
I do.
But it is really scary to hit a pothole and fall off on your scooter.
CHOWPEN podcast. Thank you for supporting the podcast. CHOWPEN podcast. CHOWPEN podcast. CHOWPEN podcast.
We're not trying to offend you children or mums and dads, grandpas and grandmas, but I do hope you're enjoying this podcast, the CHOWPEN podcast, with Fuckovski, BB and KTAT. So Fuckovski, you're really disinterested with people in governments not being able to fix potholes at the right appropriate times, and you would like potholes to be filled in with cement or tar to stop people from hitting potholes. Is there anything else? What was that? Fuckovski, what did you say?
CHOWPEN podcast. CHOWPEN. So you don't want to see potholes, or you don't like potholes?
I would like not to see potholes.
Oh, you would not like to see potholes. All right, that's really
Fair.
classical. It's
Unless
classic.
they're there, then I would like to see them.
BB, thank you, Fuckovski.
Zagana.
BB, what is it you like to see the government doing more for the world?
Firstly, I'd like to see more anti-homeless architecture, and by anti-homeless architecture, I don't mean spikes and shit. I mean more houses. They need to build more houses.
Houses with spikes.
Houses with spikes.
To stop the pigeons.
Stop the pigeons.
And also, we just said the word shit, so
Did we?
did not mean to offend
I don't think we
you
did.
children, mothers, fathers, grandpas, grandmas, nephews, cousins, aunties, and so forth. So this is a beautiful podcast for kids and also adults, and you're listening, and
And people who like to swear.
well, we don't like to swear too often, but we say
CHOWPEN podcast. CHOWPEN podcast.
anyway. BB, we're sounding a little potty mouth here.
Floppers.
Anti-homeless architecture should be fixed by politics, absolutely. But what is it specifically that this could do to help the homelessness crisis?
Well, if there were houses for the homeless people to live in, that could fix the homeless crisis because they wouldn't be homeless. They would have somewhere to live.
Absolutely. Go on.
I think that there's plenty of land in Australia and most of it's empty, and we should send the immigrants inland.
Great.
Shipping.
2 minutes left in the podcast, CHOWPEN podcast. Let's get a quick wrap up.
I'll remind them of their trip.
Absolutely. We'll remind them what their trip was here to listen to this podcast was all about. Fuckovski,
Yeah.
you have a love for your dog Lucas. You have a love, I know, of your classical music. And you also have a love for yourself, obviously. We
Where did
talked
you
about
get these wild
earlier.
allegations from?
These allegations are true. Now, we also know, Fuckovski, that you want to shout out to some people. Would you like to give a quick shout out?
I would love to shout out to Mark Latham.
Perfect. And all his family. Hello to Fuckovski's family all around the world. BB, as you're heading over to a table to grab a bag
Stuff it filled with things.
that is filled with, I'm not sure, things that sound like some cans, aerosol cans. Shout outs. Who would you like to shout out to, BB?
I'd like to shout out to Fiddly Bits
Fiddly
by
Bits.
PPG.
So BB would like to shout out to Fiddly Bits. If you ever get to see a man on a scooter, just remember BB likes riding on a scooter. And finally, he likes music too. I like music. I really like also lots of things. Bye. Jokes. We're here for 20 seconds. I am into music, folk music. We've got Fuckovski, who loves the classical music, and we've got the awesome music by BB. Check it out on YouTube, Spotify, and everywhere you can on good streaming services. Thank you for listening to the CHOWPEN podcast, and have a really good day. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to the CHOWPEN podcast, presented by KTAT, BB, and classical musician.
Romanov Fuckovski.
If you are experiencing anxiety, depression, or just feeling overwhelmed today, you can reach out to your local doctor, or if you're in Australia, please reach out to Lifeline on 13 11 14. U.S.A, reach out to Lifeline. And thank you so much. We care about you.
Those curtains definitely have to go.
Ciao.